If you've tuned into the previous episodes, it should be apparent to most of you by now that the September 2013 ban list was not nearly effective enough in thwarting the Dragon Ruler onslaught. As a result, a new ban list went into effect on January 1st, 2014. Dragon Ravine, Return from the Different Dimensions, Self-Destruct Button, and Sixth Sense were all banned from official tournament play. Blaster, Dragon Ruler of Infernos, Debris Dragon, Magician of Faith, Redox, Dragon Ruler of Boulders, Tempest, Dragon Ruler of Storms, Tidal, Dragon Ruler of Waterfalls, Divine Wind of Mist Valley, Final Countdown, Sacred Sword of 7 Stars, and Spellbook of Fate were all limited to 1 copy each. Chaos Sorcerer and Lone Fire Blossom were now semi-limited to 2 copies per deck. And finally, Archlord Christia, Constellar Ptolemy M7, Mizuki, Plague Spreader Zombie, TG Striker, Tour Guide from the Underworld, and Fire Formation Tenki were now unlimited to 3 copies. In this series, both MBT and myself will be traversing the sands of Yu-Gi-Oh's history. Each episode will take a deep dive into Yu-Gi-Oh's past formats and unlock new strategies as new sets become available. Strap yourselves in because anything is possible. Welcome to the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! If you want 5% off any singles or sealed product, click the affiliate links in the description and use code CIMO5. And clicking the TCG Player affiliate link before you shop helps support us to provide you with more amazing content.
The January 2014 Yu-Gi-Oh! Ban list was bonkers. It limited the remaining daddies, pushing to the side the dominant Dragon Rulers that had been wreaking havoc for the last 9 months. While Dragon Rulers would eventually recoup and become a very capable deck in the upcoming format, the early months of 2014 were dominated by 2 decks in particular, Fire Fists and Mermail. This format, historically called Fire-Water format, is one of those formats. A format that, upon historical inspection, actually includes a lot of decks that were way more powerful than people gave them credit for. In fact, there is a pretty sizable historic community that plays this format, and the consensus that they've come to is the best deck in this format is Dark World. I know that sounds shocking, but conventional wisdom at the time was that Mermail and Fire Fist were head and shoulders better than anything else. Now, if you've been watching Fire Fist on this series, you might be thinking to yourself, what? How? Fire Fist has looked terrible every single time that Joseph's piloted it, and while I can't deny that some of that may be up to player skill, a lot of it has to do with the way Fire Fist was being played. You've seen it a couple of times now, but every time it has been using a 4-axis build, a deck that aims to use something like Rescue Rabbit or Coach Soldier Wolfbark in order to chew through additional copies of Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Bear, Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Gorilla, and usually too many copies of Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Dragon. But by YCS Sydney in 2014, builds had matured. Christopher Walsh got second place with this, a deck that we are calling 3.5-axis Fire Fist. See, there's actually 2 classes of Fire Fist monsters, the 4s that we all know and love, and the 3s. Now, the 3s enable some pretty crazy plays. They are Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Leopard, a 3-star monster that, if it was normal or special summon this turn, allows you to tribute a Fire Fist monster to set a Fire Formation spell trap directly from your deck. Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Rooster, which, if special summoned by the effect of a Fire Fist monster, allows you to add a Fire Fist monster from your deck to your hand, and allows you to send a face-up Fire Formation spell trap card you control to the graveyard to set another one. And finally, Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Spirit, a Coach Soldier Wolfbark, but only for level 3 fire monsters with 200 or less defense in your graveyard. This tuner was easily accessible and set up a line that allowed you to summon the synchro monster Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Horse Prince by setting up 3s in the graveyard, usually by sacking a leopard to its own effect and then reborning it with a Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Spirit that you searched off of a Tenki. You're able to synchro summon a Horse Prince, use its effect to summon a Rooster, and go something like +3 over the course of a singular combo. This was the aggressive push that this deck was missing, a way to turn the corner once you've established control of the game, instead of having to win for 5 continuous turns with a Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Bear as your only attacker. So we'll be playing this today. You can see that even when compared to other 4-axis builds of the deck, we have shaved massively down on fire formations, playing only the best of the best. We're also including a new fire formation that we haven't seen yet, Fire Formation Gyoku. Duel Links players may remember this card as a pseudo MST, but this card allows you to target a set spell trap your opponent controls and prevent them from activating it. It's an incredibly powerful powerful singular Zing Zen Hue that gets a lot better when it's searchable. It allows you to cycle from Gyoko into Gyoko with cards like Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Rooster, picking them off at your own convenience and ensuring that your 4s always connect. So with that, let's get into the card by card. 3 Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Bear, 1 Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Gorilla, 1 Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Dragon. Thank the Lord we are on 1 copy of this card. I will never again play a deck with more than that. 3 Leopards, 2 Roosters. It's a bit of a garnet. You don't want to draw this at all. You want to be summoning it off Horse Prince, but it's not even the worst thing in the world to draw. You can summon it out with a Tensu and then trigger its effect, popping the Tensu for something like a Tenki. Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Spirit is the playmaker of the deck, but you really do only need the 1 copy. 2 Coach Soldier Wolfbark, 3 Effect Veiler, and 1 Thunder King Ryo. When there is a big target in the format with Mermail's name on it, this card is a lot better than otherwise. 1 Book of Moon, 1 Dark Hole, 3 Gyoku. This may seem like a lot, but if you conceptualize it as Mystical Space Typhoons 4, 5, and 6, it kind of makes sense. 3 Tenki, 2 Tensu, double Forbidden Lance, triple Mystical Space Typhoon, Rekindling. This is shocking. This card exists as a way to play, I think, Laval or Flamvel or some miserably bad deck, but it turns out that most of these fire monsters have 200 defense. 1 copy of Bottomless Trapple, 1 Compulsory Evacuation Device, double Fiendish Chain, a Tensen, Mirror Force, Solemn Warning, and Torrential. We could not find the 15-card side deck. Maybe he just registered 13. 1 copy of Pachycephalo, 1 Dimensional Fissure, Chain Whirlwind. In 2014, come on. Triple DNA Surgery, double Dust Tornado, double Mind Crush, double Mistake, and 1 Soul Drain. In the extra, 1 Armades, double Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Horse Prince, 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Cardinal. This 4 rank is incredibly powerful. This 3 rank Lion Emperor is not. 2 Tiger King, 1 Bujenti Kagatsuchi. This card saw a lot more play in Bujin builds, obviously, and these will start topping around 2014, but it's also not terrible in this deck as a way to potentially get targets for a spirit in hand into the graveyard. 1 Direwolf, 1 Gagaga Cowboy, 1 Maestroke, 1 Black Ship of Corn, 1 Pappy, and 1 Zenmanes. So with that, let's jump into the games.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to January 2014 format. This is exciting. We have a new ban list. The Dragon Daddies are now limited to 1, and you'd think that would be enough to stop them from being played, but of course not, because they're making an appearance splashed, of course, in our favorite deck being Mermail. I know this is like the 4th time we've played Mermail, but this format is actually aptly named Fire-Water format because the 2 best decks were Mermail and Fire Fist. And so Joseph and I figured it was fitting that we would start off January 2014 by showing the 2 biggest decks of the format going at it and clashing heads. I think I have the best win rate out of the 2 decks. I think I have a near 100% win rate with Mermail, and Joseph has a near 0% win rate with Fire Fist, and so he's changing it up. He's playing a more 3.5 axis variant, but we are playing Mermail. I mean, this has pretty much been the list as long as we've seen it, but we do have some changes because we're pivoting more from a rank 7 focus to a rank 4 focus, a more control-oriented variant of the deck, but still very explosive and combo heavy, of course. So let's do the card by card. I think one of the newest inclusions is the higher count on Aqua Spirit. The nice part about Aqua Spirit is that if we're able to resolve Pike, or at least Pike can stick to the field, meaning it doesn't get hit by Solemn Warning and the like, if we're able to resolve the Pike, then we can follow up with an Aqua Spirit, and that means we can go into a rank 4 of our choice, right? We can go into something like Bahamut Shark to go into Abyss Trite, which if it's sent to grave, we're then able to bring back one of our Mermails. We can go into something like Abyss Dweller for the mirror match. We can go into the newly released Exciton to be able to just nuke the board. We can go into the newly released 101 as well to be able to control the field a little bit, or even go into something like Lavalval Chain to just dump something like Tidal to the grave for future setup, or Cowboy to clean up the game. So in these 2014 variants of Mermail, you're going to see a pivot in the way that Mermail is played, at least in these early stages. So that's what this is here for. Dragoons is in here at 1 because this card got limited, sadly, but the deck is still very ferocious. We have 1 heavy infantry and double marksman. Infantry's always been the lesser of the 2, but we're still want to play at least 1 of it. Triple copy of gun. We have 1 copy of lead, triple Lind, 1 Megalo. Again, kind of getting away from these rank 7s because since we no longer have like triple Dragoons, I think that's what forced the change in the deck here. And so Megalo only being at 1, it's fine because if we have it, we can use it when we need to go for those big power pushes. A new inclusion is Mermail Abyss Osha. This card's actually kind of neat. So you can target a Mermail monster you control, special summon any number of level 4 lower Mermails from your deck whose combined levels are less than or equal to the level of that monster, then send that monster to the graveyard. You can only use this effect once per turn. So hypothetically, if you open like, let's say, Teus plus Osha, you can use Teus, get it on the field, normal Osha, then use Osha to send Teus and get 2 level 3s, and you could like overlay them hypothetically for something like Zen mains. This deck isn't playing Zen mains, but that was a common play that you could do with this card. There's a lot of neat ways that allow you to modulate the levels with Osha to get you what you need, especially in a more rank 4 focused build like this. There is also some rank 3s in here as well, but obviously 4 is the primary focus. So then we have 3 Pike, the 3 Teus, 1 Turge, and 1 Tidal. Tidal's great because it makes facilitating rank 7 plays incredibly easy. We can also dump it to the graveyard through a myriad of means. Then the spells, double Lance, triple MST. We're not really afraid of much in this department. We're just trying to make sure that our monsters stick and we can not have to worry about any back row. Then we have triple Abyss Sphere, 1 Abyss Squall, 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, double Breakthrough Skill, triple Reckless Greed, because if we can just resolve this and get a ton of cards in our hand, then hopefully that should be enough to close out the game. Then 1 Solemn Morning and a Torrential Tribute. I sort of already covered the new cards in the extra deck. We are also playing a Scrap Dragon in here as well. I think the only other cards we didn't discuss are Leviair. There are Osha plays with Leviair as well, so you could go get 2 3s, make Leviair, then you could bring something back that you banished, potentially like off of like Aqua Spirit or Tidal, and then that way you're able to continue further extending, possibly going into another rank 4 play, so that's kind of neat. Draco Sack's in here as well as Mech-Quipped and Ganir. We have the 2 Trites, the 101, and the Big Eye. And then for the side deck, double Effect Veiler, a Jinzo. I might just side this because just stopping traps seems really good. Problem is this just loses to Tenki Bear, so I don't know how good it really is. Triple Maxi. I really like that this deck is not main decking Maxi, simply because half the games you're going to be playing in Mermail Fire Fist format are going to be Fire Fist, and Fire Fist really doesn't care about Maxi all that much unless it's specifically playing the 3.5 axis variant that's doing a ton of special summoning because of Horse Prince and the like. So having this in the side deck is nice. You can side it in the games you need it, but it's not going to brick against you when you're going up against those Fire Fist decks. Double copies of Debunk, double Full House. We've not seen this card yet. Target 2 other face-up spells and 3 set spells on the field. Destroy them. This could be a huge blowout against a deck that's playing a ton of back row like a deck like Fire Fist. Triple Light Imprisoning. I think this is specifically for like Bujin decks and the like. And double copy of Overwork. This is 100% coming in after game 1. So guys, that's it for the deck. I mean, it's Mermail. You guys have seen it before, but it's cool to see it in a new variant and sort of just tracking the evolution of Mermail as we've progressed throughout the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! So ladies and gentlemen, let's keep that 100% win rate with Mermail, and let's keep Joseph on that 0% win rate with Fire Fist. Let's not make you wait any longer. It's time to duel. Well, Joseph, here we find ourselves once again. 2 decks you and I have both piloted before. One that I almost have a 100% win rate with. You, a deck that you have a almost 0% win rate with.
Well, you don't have to rub it in.
This is going to be a good episode. I think this is going to be a good episode for me.
No, I bet you do. I bet you do.
I mean, it's neat to see that now we're in the wake of the January 2014 ban list. Dragon Rulers somehow still around, right? We've gone from everything being legal to the babies getting banned to now the daddy rulers going to 1. And Dragon Ruler is still prevalent. It's obviously not the namesake of the format being fire water format, but we're going to show off probably in either next episode or the one following because there's a lot to this format. Hieratic Ruler is definitely a threat that you should not underestimate. Probably the most explosive deck of the format.
Let's get it going. I pray that my past failures with this deck do not prevent my current successes.
Do you have the hands up, buddy, while I shout the patron being James Dies? Thank you for the support.
I got it.
I'm going to go with... I'm going to roll a die. I don't trust myself for this one. Even.
It is even. Yeah.
Whoa! It's funny. I was going to go odd because I thought you might go even. I guess I'm in a mood of trying to like one-up myself, but... Big, very big on the die roll here because going first against a deck that sets 5 is definitely a position I would like to be in. Good luck, sir.
Good luck to you, too.
Let's see. It's going to be a good one.
That's it.
Not bad. Okay, so we'll go main 1. The question is, what do I actually want to do with this hand? And I think the question is, it's going to be quite boring. I'm going to set 3 and pass it to you.
I'll draw for turn. Stand by main. I'm going to activate Fire Formation Gyoku.
Okay. And this is not MST, but close enough.
Against this deck in particular, it's a lot better, provided I can hit the Abyss Sphere, which is this one.
And I'm not allowed to activate the targeted card in response to this card's activation.
Right.
Gyoko resolves.
I will normal summon Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Gorilla.
I don't even know if we've seen Gorilla in the, 5 episodes you have played Fire Fist.
I know.
Probably because he's not very good, but in this particular
garbage.
instance, he's actually not terrible. But I have no response to this.
Attack. Gorilla Punch.
We will probably have a trigger. It's Lind.
Okay, all right. So you'll go Lin CL1, and I'll go Gorilla CL2.
Technically, you're CL1 because you are turn player, and I am Chain Link 2. So, for all, I mean, we know what you're getting. This isn't like a surprise.
It could be anything.
But, we'll just run ourselves out a copy of Megalo. Let's just get a big old boy on the field.
This is really going to shock you. I'm going to get Tanky.
I never would have expected that.
All right, I'm going to activate Tanky.
That is perfectly fine.
I'm going to add Coach Soldier Wolfbark to hand.
Okay.
Now I'm going to use Gorilla. We're going to pop the Tanky and this back row.
I will chain Abyss Sphere.
Ah, I missed it.
We will grab Lind, because Lind is not once per turn. Sphere gets popped. Pop Lind, trigger Lind.
Yep.
So off of this Lind, I think I'm going to grab myself a Pike. And new chain, I'll use the Pike. I'm going to pitch lead, and I'm going to grab myself a heavy, or not heavy infantry, excuse me, a marksman. I have a feeling there's some back row that might be coming in my future.
So I am going to not die here. So we'll go Dark Hole.
Man, yeah, that's fine.
I mean, I'm not happy about it. And then, oh,
you have a Wolfbark you just searched.
Couple back row. There's just a few back row. That's back to you.
Let's try this. I will run out Pike.
Yes.
I will activate Pike pitching Gund.
Yes, that's fine.
So Pike effect, I get an add here. Only Pike could add himself. That'd be pretty good. Let's try it. I'll grab a Gund. So trigger the gun that was pitched off of the Pike, if that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm going to target lead.
That's fine.
Now is where we gamble. I'm going to activate lead.
I'll Fiendish Chain here.
That's fine. Well, I guess that's all I was doing anyway. I gave it a good shot. I'll set one and pass. Go ahead.
I'll draw for turn. Stand by me. Wolfbark.
See it. There's the boy.
Whee. Wow, and now I have to think. This is not something I usually get to do. All right, well, we're going to overlay these two always. I think we're going for T-King.
Sure.
I'm going to declare Tiger King.
Gonna get a Tenki, I'd imagine.
I'm going to get Tensu.
Ooh, have a follow-up. Okay.
I am going to move to combat. I will attack here.
Is there a lance in my future?
If we proceed to the damage step, there might be.
Yes, we may proceed to the damage step. Fine.
Oh, wait,
right,
shit.
So I go down to...
I forgot how this works. Sorry, can I go back?
Sure.
I'll Tensu to summon Bear.
Oh, my God.
All right, combat. Attack my minion.
We are free to go to the damage step.
Lance.
Yes, that's fine. All right. So 19 till you're 23, so I take 4 because you have Tenki up.
It's 24 because of Tenki and Gyoku.
Oh, go Gyoko. Sorry, so I take an extra 100. Yeah, that's right.
And then we'll go Bear in.
This will be 18 from the Bear.
I'll trigger Bear.
That's fine.
We will grab... I guess we'll grab Tanky. I mean, I don't know. I imagine that's the best thing we could do. What if we grab Gyoku?
You could ice both back row.
Oh, that's so hot. I don't think it's very good, though. Yeah, we'll get Gyoku again.
Oh, my God.
Main 2, anything here?
Okay, yes. Before we get to this point that you have an open game state to Gyoko me, I think I have to Reckless Greed.
Okay. I will set 1 and back to you.
Not great, but maybe it's enough. 1 back row is all I have to contend with.
Yep.
That is probably fine. I'm going to go Teus Effect Pitch Marksman.
That's really good thinking here. I am going to activate Tensen targeting Fire King.
Tensen targeting Tiger King. That's fine. So I may resolve?
Yeah.
So first I resolve my Teus trigger, which gets me a level 4 or lower Mermail. You think about how I want to do this. Bear is 21 from the Tensen now.
Yeah.
All right, off of this Teus, I'm going to get my 3rd and last copy of Pike. We'll go ahead and normal summon Pike.
Do you want to do marksman too?
Oh, yes, excuse me. Marksman will pop the back row. I was thinking for so long that I forgot. Could be anything. Could be anything. We're going to go pike, pitch the gun that I searched. I'm actually very happy that I did that. We're going to grab ourselves a copy of... Oh, that's actually neat. We could do something with that card. But that is not what I want to do. Instead, I am going to grab myself another copy of... I'm actually just going to get a Lind here.
Yep.
Trigger gun now. We're going to bring back the boy once again.
There he is.
We're going to overlay.
Oh, no. These are both 7s.
We're going to make Big Eye.
Oh, come on now.
We're going to take Bear.
Yeah. Bear or...
I'm sorry. Tiger King, excuse me.
Sure.
Then we'll go battle.
Yep.
So this is 34 into 21.
It's 31. It's less. So the fire formations only boost guys I control.
Oh, okay.
So it's he's got what? The 700. So he's at 29.
He's at 29 because they only boost. Okay, so the 700 boost. Yes, 29 to 21. That's not confusing at all. And then 16, and then Big Eye can't attack because it used its effect. I will set 1, and that is the end of my turn.
Stand by me. Tensu.
Sure.
Bear.
Warning.
Ah! I was like, oh my god, we did it. We drew the one card that gets us out of this. Son of a gun. What do I know is in your hand? Linda?
Yeah, I have lethal on board anyway.
Oh my god. Yeah. Do you? It's 48.
26, 22, 16. I mean, even with Lynn, that's more than enough.
That was the most unbelievable reckless greed I've ever seen in my entire life.
I was dead if I didn't get anything good off the reckless, 100%.
Good, great. I just love to hear that. Okay, this is this is different.
Okay.
Oh boy, this is a very different hand.
Is this one of those set 5 pass hands you're looking at?
It's one of those set 2 pass hands I'm looking at.
Set 2 pass hands. All right. You know heavy's illegal now, right?
We get to draw for the first turn here still, right?
You do, yes. You apparently forgot to do that.
Oh, wait, we do? Oh, shit. Okay, that actually changes a lot.
Okay, that's fine. Well, you can go ahead and do what you need to do.
I appreciate it. All right, I'm going to normal summon Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Leopard.
Oh, that does change a lot, yeah.
I'm going to activate the effect.
Yeah.
I'll tribute him. I'm going to set Tanky.
You're free to activate Tanky.
I'll activate Tanky, and I'll grab Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Spirit.
Okay, getting to see some new stuff. I mean, we already have with Leopard.
Yeah, we might.
Spirit's also nuts.
Other than that, back to you.
So now I will draw. Anything in standby?
Nope.
In that case, we'll go to main 1. I will go activate Teus Pitching Title. So we'll get the boy out. We'll get our search.
I'm going to bottomless the Teus.
No response to that. Still get the search, which is fine. Let's grab ourselves a copy of Marksman. Let's normal summon Pike. Trigger Pike, pitch Marksman.
I'm going to chain Soul Drain.
Well, that will do something. Okay, so I still get to trigger Pike, but the Marksman will sadly do jack shit. So with Pike... Well, I've got 2 options, and they both suck, quite frankly. I guess I will grab Lind.
Sure.
I will hit for 16.
Yep.
And then second main, I'm just going to set 2. Could be anything. You know, what back row would Mermail play? And I will sadly just throw it to you. Soul Drain. Holy
Stand by
shit.
me.
Yes.
All right, Gyoko. Let's play Find the Abyssphere. This is the Abyssphere.
I have no response.
Anything on open game state?
Nothing on open game state.
All right, I'm going to normal summon Spirit. I'm going to activate the effect of Spirit, targeting Leopard. I'll grab Leopard here. All right, and now we get to do it, baby. I'm gonna activate the effect of Leopard. All right, I'm going to grab Tensu.
Every fire formation in the deck. That's fine.
We'll go for Rooster here.
Okay.
We're going to go Rooster.
Sure.
I'm going to send Tanky to the grave. We are going to grab anything on open game state.
I mean, if I don't, I am never going to have an opportunity to fire this. So.
Yeah.
All right, we'll grab it. I don't know what I'm getting. Like...
It's a lot less good with Soul Drain on field.
Yeah, sadly. So Lynn's out of the question. You're not killing me. I mean, you play Fire Fist. This deck is, like, incapable of OTKing. I guess I just get big dude, so we'll get lead.
All right, so this dies at my end step?
Correct.
All right. We're going to sync off Rooster and Spirit. We'll summon Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Horse Prince here.
There he is.
All right. I'll trigger Horse Prince.
I have no response, because I can't.
All right, we'll summon Gren Maju. We won't, but theoretically we could.
Don't tell Yishan. He'll be all over that.
We're going to get Rooster here.
That's fine.
We're going to trigger Rooster.
Rooster is so crazy.
He's nuts. So this effect that adds from deck to hand, we're going to grab Bear. That's a hard once per turn, but the second effect is a soft once per turn.
Which is nuts.
So as much as I'd like to unload my hand, Tensu is a once per turn. We're going to go Gyoku, target the old set.
Sure.
We'll go for the soft ones, popping the other Gyoku, and we'll set Tanky, I believe. I mean, I don't even know if that's right. Yeah, we'll do Tanky.
That makes sense to me.
We'll activate Tanky, and we'll grab Gorilla.
Sure. That's Bear, but okay.
We're just cheating at this point. All right. Well, that was a fun
I think
turn.
Bear's better, but...
Let's go to combat.
Sure.
I'll attack in here.
All right, so I take... you're pumped up by 300, so you're 25 to my 16, so I take 9.
And back to you.
All right, end phase, Lee dies, because that's all he's good for. Excellent. That's perfect. I have a back row, and I will pass to you.
Stand by main.
All good.
Rooster.
Yes.
Gyoko. Wait, do we have another
Fuck.
Gyoko? No! How are we out of Gyokos?
Okay, good sign. Good sign.
All right. Okay, no big deal. No big deal.
It's just another Abyss Sphere.
We'll just go tanky here.
Sure.
We'll declare tanky, I guess. There's nothing left in the deck. We'll grab Dragon.
Sure, just get every bad card out of the deck now.
Let's go Tensu for Gorilla.
I have no response.
All right, Gorilla effect, target the new one.
Was Torrential. I was hoping you'd get greedy.
Okay. Normal Bear. You're just
we're
dead
just dead
here,
here, right? 32, 47, 60. Yeah, we're dead. I will say, if you did not Gyoko that back row, you would have been fucked.
The back row, the early back row?
The one that, the back row that you Gyoko'd first. You know, Joseph, I think I figured it out. I think the reason why people just stopped playing Mermail last format was because Soul Drain also just shits on that deck, but it's just like the inferior deck at that point. So, I mean, why even bother, right? I don't know. I think I was just destined to lose that game. That was not going well for me in the slightest. But hopefully Game 3 can remedy that. Can I please get something?
I don't know about this one.
All right. I don't either, but I'm going to try my darndest. Good luck, buddy. Main one, I'm going to go Teus, Pitch, Lead.
That's a weird hand. Yeah, sure.
All right, so with the Teus, let's grab ourselves a copy of Gund. We're going to run out Pike, trigger the effect, Pitch Gund.
Yeah.
Going to bring back the Lead. And I'm just going for it. Like, we gotta try. We'll bring out the big fucker, Gaios.
Is this the first Gaios we've seen?
In like 4 episodes playing Mermail, I think this is the first time I've actually summoned this card, which is actually insane. Gaios is an asshole, so hopefully he gets us to victory. So he's out. Then I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna banish Gun for Aqua Spirit, and then overlay Aqua Spirit and Pike. We're going to go for another card we actually haven't summoned yet, Bahamut Shark.
Yeah.
We'll pitch the Pike.
Here comes
and
totally
we're going to get
awesome.
to summon. Not totally awesome. This predates that, sadly. Instead, we're going to get the unsung hero of Bahamut Shark, Mermail Abyss Trite.
I've never heard of this card in my life.
It's kind of neat. So during either player's turn, when you target a face-up Mermail with either an attack or a spell or trap effect that could have targeted Trite, I can detach a material, which is obviously completely irrelevant. But more importantly, when it's sent to grave, I can target a Mermail in my grave and special summon it to the field. It would have a much better effect if it weren't for the fact that it has no material. Instead, I'm going to be setting a card after that and just passing the turn.
All right, stand by me. I'm going to MST the back row.
I will chain Abyss.
Yep.
I will bring out Lind. Lind dies. Trigger Lind.
Yep.
I don't even know what I want, to be honest. Is there something cool I can get if Trite were to die that I can just set? Could just summon another gigantic asshole for you to deal with? That sounds like fun. Sure. I'll just bring out Megalo.
Sure. Dark Hole?
I'm like, if you fucking have Dark Hole, like, there's nothing I can do. Fuck! Fuck me. All right. Well, I'm so fucking dead now. All right. So Gaios isn't even lingering, which is even worse.
Oh, yeah.
God damn it. All right. So everything dies. I get to trigger Trite, which is cool.
You get to trigger Trite here. That's less than ideal.
I guess I'll just bring back Gaios. Whatever.
He's chilling. All right. We're going to go Leopard.
Sure.
Leopard effect. We're going to grab Tanky. Activate Tanky.
Sure.
We're going to grab Spirit. See you next
Okay.
turn, buckaroo.
We'll draw. Only we could go for game. That would have been nice if I had my whole board still. Normal marksman.
Sure.
Battle.
Yeah.
14.
Kind of whack. I think I have to Fiendish the marksman.
Don't want to get it too out of hand. I think I'm going to MST the chain.
Ooh, that is a good draw. Sure.
Trigger marksman.
Yep.
I get to summon from my deck dragoons.
Yeah.
We'll go 18. And then try for 28.
That's a lot.
It is a lot. I mean, it's the only thing I can really do, but sadly I'm going to get shafted by Spirit on your turn. Don't think there's anything else I can do, sadly. No, there isn't. I'll just pass. Go ahead.
All right, let's see how far we can get here. Oh, God. Awful draw. Come on now. So Spirit.
Obviously.
We're going to bring out Leopard.
Makes sense.
Leopard effect. We're going to grab Tensu. Tensu
I was
effect.
debating on saving the MST for this exactly, but yeah, that's fine.
Drew Rooster off the top. Come on now. We're going to
Complaining about drawing Rooster off the top.
I guess that's true. I guess I am a big fucking whiner for no reason. Yeah, I mean, we're going to get everything. So let's go Tanky. Tanky effect. Let's grab Bear. Let's sync these two off. We'll go for Horse. Horse effect. We'll grab the same guy again. We will activate the effect. We'll grab Gorilla. And then we'll activate the effect again. Go for Tensu. Or go for whatever this is. Tenken.
Tensen.
So
Yep.
this puts him at 16?
Correct.
So we'll go 22 into 18.
23 into 18, so I'll take 5.
Yeah. And then this.
16 into 14, so I'll take 2.
All right. I mean, go ahead.
Tensen's pretty good, too, because it gives you the ability to survive basically anything. Main 1. This is not good. You added Bear?
I added Bear and Gorilla.
Oh, God. This is going to get out of hand. I will go to battle. Attack into Rooster.
Okay, so if I Tensen here, he goes to 20. He goes to 25, 26, and I take 2. I will do that.
So he goes to 28, right?
He goes to
Or is it 26?
20,
It's 1,000
26.
plus 26. Yeah. No other response.
All right, I'll take 2.
Lessen the damage a little bit. I've got nothing else. Go ahead.
All right, stand by me. Tensu, let's summon Bear.
Sounds good.
Normal. Let's go Gorilla.
Okay.
Bear effect here. We're gonna pop Abyss Gaios. Guess we just go combat. Can we kill you here? If I go Tiger King into Tanky, that doesn't do anything. Yeah, let's just hit. We'll go 16, 16, 22.
It's actually 19 because of Tensen.
Right. 19, 19.
19, 25.
Sure.
I'm almost dead. I am 200 away from a cowboy for game
All
here.
right, we'll just be safe and stupid and make Abyss Dweller.
That makes sense.
Back to you, and we'll fire
So
it
you're
off.
saying there's a chance. Maybe not anymore. I will set and pass.
MST the back row.
Was Torrential Tribute. Good game, buddy. You
Wow.
finally won with
That's-
Fire Fist.
That
Congratulations.
was... It just takes a dark hole, you know what they say.
It just takes a dark hole. I don't know. Maybe I didn't have to go all in. Like, maybe I could have just gone Gaio, set, Sphere, pass. The rest of my hand, I didn't know what else I could have really done with it because it was just, like, Marksman, Spirit. I guess it could have been better because I did draw into Ateus, so, like, it could have given me some follow-up if this wasn't a Floodgate.
It's Forbidden Lance. It's nothing.
Okay, so so that wouldn't have done anything. Yeah, maybe I didn't have to go all in. My theory was if I just get a bunch of dudes on the field before you can set up, then I should be able to just overwhelm you. And not to mention Gaios just like prevents you from doing anything anyway. I don't know. Gaios probably was enough. Like that probably would have just prompted Dark Hole out of you anyway. So everything else might have just been overkill. So maybe I didn't have to go for it. It's a tough call in retrospect. I'm not sure.
It
I
is.
mean, obviously I lost. So clearly that was, not Correct.
It is difficult. Wow. I am glad you got to do the rank 4 thing once, and we got to see the Bahamut shark into Abyss Trite. That's very funny.
Because it's like, that's the whole namesake of the deck. Like, the whole deck pivoted from, like, rank 7 to rank 4, which ironically, I summoned more rank 7s than rank 4s this episode. But
true.
That aside, we did get to see, like, some of the new inclusions, like maining Aqua Spirit in multiple copies, just so that way your, like, pikes, after they either resolve or get negated, you then can just follow up with a rank 4. And there's, like, plenty of options to choose from that are pretty decent. Like, especially like Dweller for the mirror match, for instance. That seems like a logical consensus. I also liked with this deck too that it wasn't main decking Max C because this is fire water format, right? Half the time you're going to be playing against Fire Fist. Max C, I mean, I guess against your version of it, Max C is a little bit more of a consideration, but against like the regular 4-axis variant, you never want Max C. It's terrible. It's awful.
And there's a lot of decks that just take advantage of Max C, like existing.
Yes. I mean, I think it was like cool to see these two decks go at it again, because I think we did a similar match prior when we had like everything just available. But this is like where these two decks really got to shine, right? In the aftermath of Dragon Ruler domination, everything like that. The two top contenders, as you see, if you look up all these historic events, it is just Mermail and Fire Fist just lining the top cuts. And there are some other decks as well that we are going to show off, but primarily it is these two. And I gotta say, we have not shown off the 3.5 axis variant yet. This looked incredibly competent.
Jesus. Yeah, I was not super convinced on it, but I have changed my mind. The idea behind Wolfbark is like, yeah. Like, after you go for it once, you can use Wolfbark to bring back one of these guys. Spirit is that, but like 100,000 times better, because it immediately converts into a Horse Prince, which immediately converts into a Rooster, which immediately converts into another monster added off of the Rooster and then added off of the tanky that you cycle. It's so
the value's
crazy.
Just insane.
Like, you literally go like +5 off of normal Spirit. The downside is you have to play main deck Leopard, Rooster, and Spirit, which is like a 6-card engine. And you also have to be really in on these fire formations. Like, it does so much less if you don't have a Gyoku to cycle, for instance. But if you are, wow, is it something. One thing that I kept feeling this entire time is, God, I wish you could just cut the 4s. The game that I lost, I only found the 4 half of the deck, and they were just rotting. I just had too many guys. Like, Dragon is just such a mid card. Gorilla is at 1 in this list, or even then, it's just like, oh my God, what am I going to do with this? Occasionally, especially against decks like yours that just put up big guys, Bear just looks at you, like, solemnly, and is like, do you have double Forbidden Lance? Like, I don't know how we're outing it this Gaius. It's very strange, but Horse Prince does a lot, obviously. We didn't get to see it, but Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Cardinal is legal at this time. What an incredible card. There is a rank 3 for Fire Fist in Lion Emperor, though between you and me, I don't think it's particularly good. A couple of things that were brought into the format for other decks like Bujinti Kagatsuchi make their way into lists like this. I mean, a great way to set up for a Spirit if you find one in your hand already and no way to trigger it. And like the 4 half of the deck. This really has taken on a super aggressive life of its own, which is just so refreshing, since old builds of the deck were like, yeah, you can turn the game for a turn, but like Mermail, for instance, is going to threaten to kill you literally every single turn. So, you know, you have to win for like 5 turns in a row to actually finish the game. One extremely funny thing this deck is playing.
I love it.
So theoretically, Spirit and I think Spirit and Leopard, have 200 defense. So if you go through the line once, Rekindling lets you make the second Horse Prince. But I never felt as if I needed the second Horse Prince.
I could see it for grind games. That is quite funny that the stat lines up for Rekindling. I was really hoping in game 2, the card you iced with Gyoko was overworked.
Oh, thank the Lord.
You were worried about Abyss Sphere. As soon as you hit this, I literally just like fell back in my chair because I was I lost that 50-50, so that was depressing.
It literally reads win the game.
I was also hoping to resolve Full House against you as well.
Full House has been playable about 3 or 4 times since print, and every single time it just wins the game. It gets new life in 2016 when Cleafort as a control deck starts to take off.
Yes.
In the middle of Monarch format, because the scales count as the face-up. This was a much more competent deck than I gave it credit for, and I'm happy we were able to take what I imagine is the first win in history for
Fire Fist. You know what? We can at least applaud that because I think it's
else.
definitely well-deserved.
Sure.
I mean, that was seeing the Horse Prince combos. That was really sick.
big.
I think that was something that, especially with everyone watching the 4-Axis videos, was just like, damn, what's this deck all hyped up about? I mean, this is like why people loved Fire Fist.
Yeah, and for what it's worth, while Fire Water is named for like Fire Fist and water, it is one of those formats, right? It is has gotten new life breathed into it as a result of like the competitive nostalgia community on like Format Library. And there are a lot of really good players who play a lot of really interesting decks in this format. Let me see if I can... I know there's
while you're pulling it up, for instance, did you know that Billy Brake played Harpies during this format?
Yeah. Yes, indeed. So many decks that historically were overlooked just because they were, like, old... And I'm happy to report that people are still excited to play them now.
And I think the best part is we're probably going to be in this January 2014 format for quite a while because, I mean, when you consider just how many decks are playable during this time, again, like you said, it is named Fire Water format. There are like 10 to 15 different decks that are all pretty viable around this time. And that's a wide swath of diversity for people to choose from. So I think we're going to stick here for a bit.
I'm excited.
So guys, that's going to wrap it up for another video. I really hope you all enjoyed. Let's go ahead and shout out the patrons for all of their continued support. So shoutouts to Shadow1317, Moto, Cameron Smith, Tim00x3, MBT Play Medolce, Ika Iron Fang, Chaotic Meatball, Part 2, Pony Stark, Dan the Man Hoban, Synchro Guy, I Ship MBT and Cimo, Draconic Rockslide, Jordan Coons, Iron Bladesman, Jesse Wood, Chris Hood, David Liu, Phoenix the Immortal, Sky Rose, Dylan Hunter, Cody Bretch, John Two-Base, Extremely Vulgar Man, Brody Eastwood, Zerius Business, Carlos DT, Flannel Daddy, Hornet, TC Gaming, thanks for the sleeves, Dad, MBT caught injecting his fairy Lily, Matthew Brady, Max, the Warrock Investments Janitor, Valen Jackson, Twinkle Muncher, Eater of Crayons, Aren't You Glad I Didn't Say Alpha Tribute Benten, Luabon, Yodabon, Helios 515, the Anti-Big Brain, Ben K, OTK Play, Simping for Simo, Mike Ties, Stolfin Amethyst, Tyler H, Nicholas Carpenter, Simo's Harem of Sexy YugiTubers, LGMBTQ, Nim Noodle, Malabranch of the Burning Tunnel, Stella and Zoe Vermillion, Wonder Waffle, James Keen, Skull Servant, and the Wandering Doomed or Boyfriends, MBT cancel by all community soon, cancel by all committee soon, cancel by all players soon, not reading cards makes the game interesting and you know it, The Undertaker versus CMO and MBT. Wait, play the concert video one more time, Hunter Reed, TTV Shrugs IX, Cayman CJ, ITF, Dark Echo, and Corvain. Thank you so much for watching the video, and we will see you next time.